Hey friend, Bowtie David here from Bowtie Life in Destin, Florida, where the blackberries grow faster than rumors at the church picnic. Before we get started, I wanted to say a special thank you to Enoch and the Urban Gardener for letting us share a little slice of the Bowtie garden on his Sunday show, Is Your Garden Happy? And I'll tell you right now, mine is singing hallelujah since cleaning up these blackberry vines and letting it breathe. Now this year we did our big blackberry trimming on September 1st, a little later than usual, but it turned out beautiful. So let's turn back in time and take a look at how we got these ready and cleaned up the arbors for next year's harvest. And so I've taken this nice green primocanes, the first year canes. Again, you can tell because they have a greener stem at some point in the year. For some people it might be later, like in the fall. Now this is September 1st, and I don't believe that this counts as fall. I know meteorologists say that, and that's because of computers, and I'm not sure computers should run my life like that. Okay, yeah, I'm being facetious, of course, but you can see we've cut out all the old cane, well, almost all. There's another two, oh no, there's one more right there that I need to cut out, and I'll get it from the other side. But a lot of these canes go all the way over this direction like this, over to that other trellis over there, and we're gonna work on that one next, but we gotta get all this waste out of the middle of this whole mess in here that we just literally have to get cleaned up. So this first step is simple. Take out the floricanes, the ones that already fruited, and make room for those new primocanes to shine. You'll get cleaner airflow, easier access, and a much happier plant. You know, that's one of the ways I tell if my garden's happy. It's not whether it's perfect, it's whether it's breathing. When you clear out the clutter, the plant starts to smile back. At least that's how it feels out here. And so this whole mess was all crammed off in that direction. We got this all cleared out, and now I've kind of spread it out up this trellis. I'll get a few more things spread out. This is one long piece I still need to fish up to the top, but these things are going to start growing strong for the next year. Here's another one, looks exactly the same. Goes off quite a distance in that direction, but I don't want that. I want this to go over this arch we're under right now. And I will do it. Gonna have to get around to the other side. Our Dorset Nagas are just right over there. There's our solar weed sauna and our wood pile. There's the wood pile right there. Once the old canes are gone, I start weaving and training those new green ones across the trellis. It's kind of like teaching toddlers to stand in line. They'll resist, flop around, and test your patience, but by next spring, they'll reward you with armloads of berries. While we're out here getting these blackberries ready for next season, we're also just about 200 watch hours away from getting Bowtie Life fully monetized. If you've got a few minutes later, head over to one of my mini Bowtie Life playlists and let a couple of videos roll. Every view helps us cross that finish line together. Now, I do want to point out this vine right here. You'll notice there are no leaves on it. And that's because it was underneath everything, and eventually it touched the ground and started rooting, which is what they do. They touch the ground. Now, I pulled this out of the ground a little bit accidentally, a little on purpose. I knew I could feel it tug. This thing is going to start putting new buds on all along here, everywhere here, and this will be just fine for next year. And here's where blackberry vines get sneaky. Every time the tip touches the ground, it tries to start a new plant. That's great for propagation, but if you don't stay on top of it, you'll be living in a jungle. And yes, this arch trellis is clean. Well, it has all the old blackberries pulled off of it. All the new blackberries are woven into it. You can see nothing but green stalks here. Doesn't that look wonderful? So this thing is ready to take off for next year. I'll continue to weave those stalks into the arch trellis from both sides. There's actually one. See that big bamboo over there? There's one escaping up that bamboo. I might tie it to that bamboo just to see how far it goes. It's actually a pretty big one. So, yeah, I'm almost done. I got that side of the cucumber trellis done. And I think I'm gonna wait on this side of the cucumber trellis because I want the cucumbers off this plant right here. I think we can find a use for more cucumbers now that we're making the cucumber chips, folks. And if you haven't seen that video, subscribe, be sure to watch it because it's going to be a good one. Oh yeah. This is one of 3 arbors we've got this year. The southern one runs blackberries full time. The middle one shared space with cucumbers, and the third one will be ready for its own harvest next spring. And if you like seeing what's growing around here, stick around for all of Enoch's weekend live shows. They're packed with good conversation and gardening gold. And don't miss the special Let's Get Growing Halloween Hangout on October 31st. 5th annual, costumes, little shop of horrors, and maybe even a visit from Mrs. Bowtie and me. So now this blackberry vine, it actually goes and is rooted somewhere. I think it's that big one right there. But it's rooted down there. Oh no, yeah, that's it. And so it came out, and look at, it came out. Notice how the leaves up here are kind of pointing both ways. It's this one right here. It's growing up this way and going this way, but the leaves have turned around the other way because it rooted down here. And that's not a problem. All I have to do is stick this end up in the trellis and we'll be good. I'm just gonna cut it probably right here. No, I'll cut it right there at the break and stick this up in the trellis. That's the beauty of these plants. They're resilient, determined, and maybe just a little stubborn. Kind of like gardeners. So that's where the arbors are now. 3 tidy, trimmed, and ready for a bountiful 2026 season. Here in Florida, we prune any time after harvest, usually late summer through fall, so those new primicames have plenty of time to grow strong before winter. If you're in a colder climate, your timing will look a little different. Maybe right after the harvest wraps up, or even midwinter, but the principle's the same. Once those berries are done, start shaping your next year's harvest. A huge thanks again to Enoch for inviting me to share this little slice of Bowtie life. You can find him at the Urban Gardener, so go check him out. And if you want more from our little corner of the gardening world, come visit us over at Bowtie Life. Watch a few videos, drop a like or a comment. I always enjoy hearing from members of the Bowtie Bunch. We're all learning and growing together. So, is my garden happy? I think so. It's messy, fruitful, and full of surprises, just how I like it. That's my answer to Enoch's question. A happy garden isn't perfect, it's personal. Your garden doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be yours. Have a blessed day.